Good morning. What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Mark and MUFC fan, and you know what it is. It's the morning update, Manchester United news, and a little bit of views of my own, and as well as you guys. Get in, guys, smash those likes. I'm on time. I'm just a minute behind. I'm sorry I'm late, bro. I just realized I'm 3 minutes behind. Big up to you, Brendan Chappell. Good morning to you guys, and we're going to get right into it because there's a lot of news coming in right now, and we could be hearing some here we goes today as well as some confirmation on some exits. And as you can see the thumbnail, Wan Bissaka and Scott Mctomminay, the reports are that Scott Mctomminay has accepted a personal terms agreement with Galatasaray for over 90k 90k per week, and that's going to make it a deal pretty easy. It also is going to probably push Fulham to come back in with a play. Let's see how that goes. Wan Bissaka has said that United is about to push this deal through by accepting a lesser fee for the player. How do you guys feel about that? I don't know, but let's get right into these stories, guys. Big up to all of you joining. Don't forget to smash a like on entry. It helps the channel grow. Every single like counts. It shares it around to every possible viewer. Help us grow, guys. Big up to all of you coming in. And let's get with the deal on Scott McTominay. Big up to you guys. Big up to you, Mental Ball Game. What's good, my bro? I hope you're well. And there are some reports coming in right now about Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay has accepted a deal from Galatasaray, guys. And the report is a 5.5 million annual a year offer, guys. It's going to be interesting. Let's see how this changes the domino effect. We know that Fulham was set to come back in for a bid for the midfielder, but apparently the Euro Giants Galatasaray are taking the first jab into the option, guys. Big up to you, Irfan Kadali. What's good, my bro? Big up to you, Mental Ball Game as well. Let's get it in. Let's get this story under the way so we can get this out of the way. There are lots of breaking reports coming in right now, guys, so we want to have everything done. Manchester United midfielder Scott McTominay has reportedly agreed to join Turkish club Galatasaray for an annual fee of 5.5 million euros. The agreement was confirmed by Emre Kaplan, a journalist from the Turkish outlet Aspor, through a tweet. Negotiations between Man United and Galatasaray have been ongoing for an extended period, with both clubs working towards finalizing the terms of the transfer. McTominay's departure from Old Trafford has been a topic of speculation for several weeks, with various reports linking him to a move away from the Premier League. The Scottish midfielder has been with United since his youth and has had a mixed career at the club. Known for his physicality and work rate, he has been a reliable presence in the midfield, but has often found himself on the fringes of the starting lineup, especially under the current managerial regime. For Scott McTominay, it represents a new challenge and an opportunity to become a key player for a prominent club in a different league. He brings an experience and a proven track record at top level, attributes that Galatasaray hope will help them in their domestic and European campaigns. For United, it is a step forward towards further refining their squad under Erik ten Hag's leadership. The move is likely to have a financial implication as well, freeing up funds for United to reinvest in the midfield. More updates are expected and the final details are ironed out, and fans will be eagerly watching to see if this transfer saga concludes. Ten Hag is expected to have the final say on the Scottish midfielder's future at Old Trafford. Guys, what are your thoughts about that? Let me know in the comments what you're thinking, because in my honest opinion, Scott should be leaving. What are your thoughts, guys? Big up to you coming in. Big up to you, Jonathan. Scott stay and Casemiro to leave. I think there's going to be some shocking upturns because I think Casemiro is also going to be leaving very shortly as well. I'm going to bring that story to the stage one time as well. Since you brought it into the news, let me bring it up right now and keep in line with the timing, guys, because I know it's going to be very interesting, right? So big up to you, my bro, for mentioning that. At the end of the day, like, I'll bring it up one time, Jonathan. Casemiro agent has planned a new round of talks with Saudi suitors as Man United growing desperate to sell. And this has been some reports that have been touching around Germany for all of yesterday as well as Monday. So I'm just here thinking, I didn't bring it out yesterday because I wanted to get some more confirmations. And this morning, I am getting just that. This is actually true. There's going to be another round of talks with Saudi for Casemiro. So it's very possible we might be letting him go. Well, Yali, yes, we did reject a 15 million bid from Gala, but Gala has said they would improve their bid. The clubs have been locked in discussion for the last 48 hours, so I think there's some prospect there that they are almost close to agreeing a deal, as is reported in Germany at this current morning. So it's one of those things, Yali. I think it might happen. Let's see how it goes. If they go as far as to say Erik ten Hag has the last say, which means United are weighing up the options and considering the deal on offer. So, I'm going to explain it to you guys like this. They both could be leaving. Good morning to you, Sonny boy. What's up, my broski? Hope you're well. Locker 45 is coming. How much we selling him, though? Because someone was saying it's 15 million pounds. Well, the report initially is that we refused a 15 million euro for Scott McTominay. So now I'm guaranteeing you it's definitely going to be more than that. It might probably be somewhere in the region of 20 million euros to 20 with plus add-ons. So it's going to be probably around 15 million pounds, give or take, Locker, at the end of the day. But there's no bid from Saudi for Kase, but they are in talks. His agent just started a new round of talks. So it's not like there's a bid in for him, but maybe something comes and they meet us in the middle. It might be a transfer that might run to the end of the window, guys. Don't stress too much because we need to make these moves. And I think, Scott McTominay was a good player for us, but at the same time, there's possible players coming in that's going to replace him, that is going to cost us, and be more fruitful in the midfield for us going forward. Big up to you, Crazy Red Devil, and big up to you, John Edmond. Hope you're well, my bro. What's good with you? Sonny boy, I can't wait to see. Yo, Chido Obi Martin. Guys, I've been talking about this guy for over 3 weeks. I told you guys he was signed since last week, Thursday. They were waiting a week for the announcement so that he can get time to settle into Manchester, into his new home, as well as, say his goodbyes in a respectful way. So that everything is being announced and made official this week because of that. And Chido Martin, I wasn't even sure that he was given the third striker role. I guess, Ethan Wheatley has been dropped to striker role number 4. But, I won't count him out just yet, guys. I know Chido Obi Martin scored 32 goals last season, but don't count out young Wheatley just yet. That youngster is very, very good as well. He's going to be a top striker going forward. He still has some development to go. He's on the further development side of his physicality, being 6'2", I believe, and very quick. He's very strong as well, Chido Obi Martin. So it's going to be interesting to see how he gets himself incorporated to the team. But guys, is it not exciting having our new striking coach, Ruud van Nistelrooy, sharpening up his chops, welcoming this young striker into his arms like, I'm going to make you a beast. You know what I'm saying, guys? It's going to be interesting. I'm going to get into this story with Eriksen just now. Jonathan, give me 2 seconds. Big up to you, broski. Good morning to you, Tommy Boyle. What's good? What's good? The bid for McTominay, it's definitely going to be somewhere in the region of 20 million euros. Maybe I would say 18 plus 5. This is my estimation right now. I know it's more than 15 million euros because they rejected that flat out. They have been in discussions over the last 48 hours still, so which means the talks have gone up in terms of the price, and it's closely meeting our requirement. Let's see how it goes. I'm not going to be too fussed, guys. I don't think you should also be too fussed. This is pure profit, so technically it works in effect that we could spend more from this because this comes in. This was going to be interesting. I'm going to check this out, bro. I'll check it out and I'll bring it to the stage in a second. I just wanted to get through the round of outgoings that we are possibly reported right now, my bro. Big up to you. Hi, Vicky. Hope you're well. Good morning to you. I hope you're well. Big up to Witterbird coming in. Hope everything is good. Let's get into some more reports, guys, because it's very interesting. A lot of things are coming in, and it's going to be, for me, I think I'm really excited on this. I'm just going to touch on this really short, really, really short. Shola Shoretiri writes a farewell message as he now makes his exit and joins PAOK over in the Greek nation. This is just one of another youngster might be joining him over in Greece, might be Facundo Pellistri, guys. There is still talks going on with the two clubs right now. Facundo Pellistri is said to be interested in the deal, and while I am definitely going to be sad to see Pellistri go, I think he's a very nice young talent, and we should find a way to make a room for him in the squad. But it looks like he wants more game time, and he will be leaving for Panathinaikos. So those are two other signings that are walking out the door, guys. Palestri is going to be some profit as well, as he is also considered homegrown. So it's going to be interesting to see how these things progress. I'll be getting into it now, guys, because I wanted to talk about Eriksen. Eriksen is an interesting situation, guys, because as we got him on a free. There have been reports that he's available for 5 million euros on the market by transfer listed by Manchester United. There are two clubs interested in him currently, trying to take him away. One of them is his Danish home big team called Anderlecht. They are coming in for Christian Eriksen, and they're trying to get the deal over the line. They're probably meeting us somewhere in the middle at 3 million euros and trying to do the deal. There's also reports of Ajax coming in. Ajax, who is suffering from some financial difficulties in the moment. They're not trying to spend too much, but they are still interested in getting the player in on a loan option with an obligation to buy. Let's see how Man United take these offers in. It's going to be interesting to see how we get this deal done. I think it's a deal that's going to be done because, as you know, Christian Eriksen has reported that, he wants to get more game time. And as you know, with the recent announcement, guys, of Rabiot discussions, a heavy round of talks with Rabiot, it's going to be interesting to see if we get that deal done. Because I think Christian Eriksen might be thinking that he is being pushed out of the club with the fact that Rabiot is actually coming in. So, guys, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Do you mind that Christian Eriksen can be leaving and he's probably being pushed out, as well as Casemiro and Scott McTominay? There's a round of replacements and midfield targets coming in. I mean, Ricardo, you might think it's pure escalation, but these are the reports, the daily reports that are coming in on the Manchester United transfer windows. We're not making the news, we're just simply reporting on it and reacting to it, with you guys. You know what I mean? And, it's just some of the talks that are going on. Ineos are aggressively trying to reshape the squad currently in the mold that they think suits the profile of the way we want to play going forward. And that will be a better assortment of talent for the manager to work with. And I think it's the right thing to do. Now, there's a lot of different varying ways we could go about this. We could splash the cash, but we don't have it. So right now, we are working out in negotiations, and this is why some of the deals are taking pretty long. It's because we are trying to get these deals done on our terms, which means a slight down payment with the rest being paid additionally year per year on installments. And this is why it's taking really long. Another interesting report coming out is Wan Bissaka. Man United are set to accelerate this deal of his exit today, with the fact that they are probably going to take a lesser fee for him than reported initially. I know we have been trying to hold out for £15 million, but it looks like we might be settling somewhere in the middle, around 12 to 13 million plus 3 in performance-based add-ons. It's going to be interesting to see how this deal gets done. There are many reports stating that this deal is expected to be over the line today. So let's wait and see. We know Wan Bissaka has, accepted terms, how should I put it, in principle with West Ham. Now it's up to Manchester United and West Ham to work out the actual terms of the transfer between clubs. So let's see if this get announced today. I think it's very likely that it will, seeing that we would want to be getting our transfer window moving with the injury to Leny Yoro. Yo, guys, that is another thing that, I have to talk about. Let me just bring this up really quickly, because the Leny Yoro injury, there's been some reports coming in, and it's possible it could be longer than anticipated. Yeah, guys, I saw here, and I'm like, perspective that Leny Yoro, he has picked up a hairline fracture. I reported this to you guys yesterday morning. So him walking around on crutches is something that is pretty normal, since we're going to be, taking very much care of him so that this heals pretty quickly. I did say to you guys that the initial reports of the hairline fracture is somewhere between 3 to 6 weeks. It could be and that's before he touches grass again. So just remember that, guys. He's not going to be available for the first 2 or 3 games of the season, like I was telling you yesterday. And don't be too stressed, because I know it's an injury, but it's not a major injury, guys. It's something that, time will heal, and he just needs to take care of this injury, and it will be interesting to see how it goes. So moving on from that, let's move into some better news, guys, and there are lots of good news coming on the horizon right now. I'm gonna touch on the Ugarte deal first because a lot of you are waiting to see what's going on with Manuel Ugarte. It's gonna be an interesting signing. He's already told everyone he's prepped and waiting for Manchester United patiently. Good morning to you, Joey75. Big up to you, bro. Jonathan, we'll touch on Lindelof at the end of the stream, my bro. I hope you don't mind, right? So right now, moving on to Manuel Ugarte. Paris Saint-Germain have formulated that they will accept a loan with an obligation to buy. So currently today, the talks set to begin on the terms of this loan with obligation to buy. Man United are set to speed up expedite this process by making the deal agreeable. So let's see if you get a here we go this afternoon on Manuel Ugarte. There is lots of news flying around Germany about Manuel Ugarte this morning, so it might be a deal that is done super early. I kind of agree with this statement, wrote me Joseph. Big up to you and good morning, my bro. Wan Bissaka could be a better backup because of the way he defends. But the interesting thing is that I think you have to consider what the player wants as well. He may not want to be a backup defender. He might be thinking at this stage in his career he should be getting more game time and starting games. And this is one of the other reasons, guys, I think we need to be paying attention to the factors and the situations and the players' preferences, because we could be mad about some players not wanting to leave the club based on the fees that they're getting paid currently. But we also have to look at the flip side that, some players who might be at the club might be there because they get a lot of game time and they might want to leave, just like the likes of Willy Kwambala, because they are not getting enough game time. So I think it's an ambitious move. And if it's because he wants more game time, I would be, thinking hats off to Wan Bissaka. He's being ambitious and this is what you want to see from players. Yeah, the good thing is that he was only wearing protective stabilizing boots. So no cast, hopefully 6 weeks before he's back. And this is what I've been saying, Tommy Boyle. A lot of fans, are pretty much a little bit, I know, the PTSD from the players' injuries that we suffered last season. Kobe Mainoo started the season in October last year because he was out for the month of September with an injury. So it's one of those things where we're watching young talents that we expect to see hit the ground running, and they're starting off the season injured. And this is a frustrating situation, I know, for everyone, and we are worried that we might regress to what we had last season. But don't fear, guys. I believe, and why I'm saying I believe is because news are coming in this morning from Florian Pettenberg in Germany that the Euro giants are accepting that they are forced to lower their demands as their pursuit of a player hinges on whether or not United sign priority target. Now, this goes in and ties in with Jonathan Tah, guys. And Jonathan Tah is Bayern Munich's priority transfer this summer in defense. And they cannot sign him. He will not sign if Matthias de Ligt is still there because he's going to see it as competition for his starting position, which makes no sense since he's already the starting and the captain of Bayern Leverkusen. So, guys, this makes this really, really nice and puts United in a strong position. It also forces the German giants, to acquiesce to our demands to pay 38 million in the deal for him and probably 5 in add-ons, while they wanted to get somewhere in the region of 50 million. It's going to be interesting, guys. Stay tuned because I think these deals are going to get done this week. Man United return from their preseason training on Monday next week. So they're going to want to be prepared. And then 5 days after we have the Community Shield, it's going to be interesting, guys. So it's one of those things where Man United are going to be accelerating their transfer market dealings in the next 24 to 48 hours. You can be expecting a few here we goes in the next coming hours, even maybe less. You know what I mean? It could be minutes away because the negotiations have resumed and they're trying to push these deals through. As well as you can see the fact that Leny Yoro is injured, we are definitely needing a centerback who could come in and play that high line. And de Ligt is that guy. It's good transfer for now, the way they're doing the transfers, but McTominay should not be the one on transfer because there's some impressive stuff from McTominay. Lucky, I can't be disagreeable with that. He did score some match winners last season. He had a high scoring haul of 10, the largest in his career so far. So it's interesting. We should have done that £60 million deal for Maguire and McTominay last season, losing money. 100% Locker, 100%. I'm with you there, 100%. You know what I mean? Big up to you, Mark Davies. How are we going to get anyone? Well, as you know, Manuel Ugarte has turned into a loan with an obligation to buy. That's going to be a pretty quick deal that United is going to do. Mark Davies, as well as like you're just seeing on the screen right now, the reports are that all over Germany is that Bayern Munich are willing now and realizing that they will have to lower their demands on the fee for this player, so they can also bring in Jonathan Tah. So this is another deal that will be advancing hopefully in the next 24 hours. There's also some interesting reports coming in with some other players that we're looking at as well. I'm going to bring that to the stage. But first, let me just cut to some of these youngsters that we have just signed, guys, and there are 3 of them. I know a lot of people are talking about Chido Obi Martin, but this youngster has also set to join Manchester United. And I'm going to say to you guys right now, Jason Wilcox is at work. He's doing his job. Jason Wilcox is doing his job right now, guys. These young players are bearing the mark and the signs of a Jason Wilcox handprint. And I would like to let you know that this young talent here is young Silva Mexes, Tyler Earnshaw. He's a very, very talented footballer. Had a very, very good season. One of the best performers in the Crystal Palace U team last season. And he will be joining Manchester United. He has rejected the scholarship offer from Crystal Palace, more in the likelihood, just like Chido Obi Martin did to Arsenal, and Chido Obi Martin has signed a scholarship at Manchester United. The deal, his professional contract will be activated when he turns 17, guys, has been reported widely by Fabrizio Romano, where he's also going to be looked at as the 3rd striker. This young Mexes is going to be joining the under 18s and probably will be fast-tracked as well to the senior team. He's a very huge talent, guys, and I just wanted to talk about that as well. Also, another young talent joining from Crystal Palace is Samuel Lusale, another talented, highly rated youngster that's coming into the club. It's going to be very interesting. We got a midfielder, a young striker, and a winger coming in, and they are all very talented and highly rated youngsters, and we will be hoping to see the best from all of them going forward. Now, guys, on to Christian Eriksen. I wanted to talk about him, and there are some reports coming in, and like I was saying about the 5 million that we're probably going to be selling him for is a really interesting small deal to do, and there are 2 clubs interested. So, while there have widely been reported and we could be upset about McTominay, he's not the only one in the midfield. And when I talk about Christian Eriksen, I have to talk about Adrien Rabiot, who, remember I said to you guys 3 to 4 weeks ago, Manchester United sent him a contract proposal while he was still at the Euros, and he was mulling over all of his deals. Juventus had also sent him a contract renewal proposal. He also had offers from Liverpool and Bayern Munich, as well as possible offers coming in from Aston Villa. But Rabiot decided to reject them all because, playing in the Premier League is one attraction for him, but playing for Manchester United is the main event. And he's been saying that it's always been a dream of his to play for Manchester United. So maybe he will be coming in. There are reports that we had offered him somewhere in the region of £7.8 million, which is 140k per week, guys. And he should be coming in to be a likely replacement. He will probably come in right after McTominay leaves, and Eriksen will also be leaving, possibly. So it's going to be interesting to see how it does. Will United have a new signing in for the Fulham game? Well, Mark, I've been telling you now that, we're looking to wrap up the deals for Mazraoui. The Wan Bissaka deal should be getting done today. Don't forget to smash the likes, guys. The Wan Bissaka deal getting done today, guys. And, with that deal done, Mazraoui comes in. With that domino effect, it pushes out. Bayern Munich is allowed to bring in a player. De Ligt will come in. Jonathan Tah will go to Bayern Munich. Ugarte will also be coming in because, as you know, now it's a loan with an obligation to buy. It's a deal that makes it's much easier for us to do because it does not affect this year's current FFP. It goes on to next year's book, and we can manage that. We can manage that in such a way that it works out for our benefit. I know a lot of people are saying they should just pay the money now so we don't have to pay the money next year. But guys, trust me, if we pay the money now, who knows if we sell some major sales in January window and recoup it and boost our FFP so next summer we can spend 3 or 4 times as much as our spend is going to be this summer. Not forgetting that we've only spent £33 million to date in this transfer window. £17 million on Leny Yoro, £15 million, no, £17 million on Joshua Zirkzee, and £15 million on Leny Yoro. So it's not all bad, guys. We have been using our money wisely. It's not that we're actually broke, but it's that we need to stay within FFP regulations after we were fined $300,000 last season. At least for now, Man United is trying to make impressive signing transfers, but there's one player who could not and supposed to be sold at the club of United, and that is McTominay. Lucky, are you a huge McTominay fan? I like his attitude as well. I think he represents what it means to be a Manchester United player in terms of attitude and mental drive. You know what I mean? I think he could come in and do a job in the last couple of minutes of a game and get some big goals. But at the same time, I feel like at this point we need more from players. We need players to come and contribute their best efforts going forward in the game. Big up to you, G Wolf, and good morning to everyone, guys. A light reminder, please don't forget to smash those likes. Every single like counts. I see there's about 100 of you watching. And if you're watching on my channel, Mark and MUFC Fan, please don't forget to smash a like and subscribe and share it around. Every like suggests the channel to another possible viewer, another possible Manchester United fan, and possibly a new family member to the community. So big up, guys. Don't forget, let's grow together on the road to 1K. Those of you watching on MUFC Realist TV, don't forget to smash a like and subscribe. For Mick and the guys, he will be back to do a stream later on today. Was busy this morning, so you know, I got the keys as usual. Big up to you guys. Let's get into some more stories, guys, because there's some other interesting reports coming in. Let's touch on this. I wanted to talk about this possible signing because it's interesting the way they have been talking about this in Germany recently. I'm talking about Joey Veerman as a possible Manuel Ugarte alternative. But I know how it's framed here. But the current report is that we are looking for 2 defensive midfielders. We are looking for 1 and 1 for backup. And this is why I've been thinking it's very possible that Casemiro might be leaving at the end of the window. Because if we do get in Manuel Ugarte, let's just say if something happens to him, you know, God forbids, we're going to need backup. And this youngster, we have been looking at him in the last few minutes. I know Collier is there, and definitely Locker, I'm going to say to you this, I think Collier is going to get a lot of game time this season. It's probably going to be something like a Kobe Mainu, like a Garnacho in his first season, where he's going to come in, you know, maybe start 1 or 2 games, definitely in the Carabao Cup, but he's going to be rotated into games, maybe in the Europa League, and maybe 1 or 2, some last 25 minutes of some games in the Premier League. Collier is a very talented player. And as you're talking about Ahmad, let's go on because Ahmad has been speaking and he has been taking up the challenge, listening to what the manager's advice, and now he's excited because he's ready to take the time to take his chances. Now, Ahmad has been talking. He took the interview yesterday, like Mick is currently doing with some candidates for, you know, the work he does. Big up to Mick, working hard. You know what I'm saying? Big up to you guys coming in. Another Dutchman. I know you're thinking that, you know, Tommy, but hey, it is what it is. Maybe we're taking a page of the former Arsenal book when they went, you know, they were the Invincibles with the 12 French players in their squad. You never know what could happen. I'm not saying I'm hoping for that, but at the same time, I'm looking at it like a possible boon because these players some of them might be a means to ends at the end of the day. You never know how players will work out. Hopefully they work out for the best, but sometimes you just know it doesn't work like that. And Manchester United winger Amad Diallo took questions from reporters yesterday at the pre-match press conference in San Diego ahead of our next preseason friendly against Real Betis. Unlike usual pre-match format, United confirmed that manager Erik ten Hag will not make an appearance in front of the media. He's probably left sitting focused on the actual coaching, dealing with all the ins and outs that's happening with the team right now and the possibilities for this week. So he took this time to focus on the football. And Ahmad was speaking. He he got the responsibility from the manager who had laid out a challenge to him ahead of the new season. And the Ivorian winger said he would be happy to stay at United all his life, which is a big commitment to suggest that he's happy to fight for his place at Old Trafford. Ahmad was asked how often he watched his goal against Liverpool. Promptly, the reply was, yeah, so many times. That goal was the most important goal of my life. I was very happy to score that goal. Even now, I can't believe it. The preseason tour grants Ahmad an opportunity to impress Ten Hag and his coaches. We already know Ten Hag is demanding more from the forward next season, and it's a good time to step up as he will seemingly be fighting off competition from the likes of Anthony and Jadon Sancho. To his credit, Ahmad has been one of the positives from preseason thus far. Most fans I know want to see him given more opportunities next season. Ahmad is expected to start against Real Betis on Wednesday, on tonight. Well, this is tonight, guys, 2 a.m. in the morning, 1 a.m. I believe it's 2 a.m. for me, 1 a.m. for you guys over in the UK. I will double check the time in a few minutes. But, you know, the most important thing that came out from Ahmad is that he was asked a few questions and he said, you know, I have a lot of respect for Ten Hag. I trust him. He takes care of what he does, and I like the plans that he have laid out for me. So, guys, it's pretty weird because I know a lot of you and a lot of fans of some channels might have heard some reports that Ahmad, you know, is frustrated. But for Ahmad to come out and say that he trusts the manager and he believes in him, that has to be breaking some boundaries and changing the perspective on that a lot of fans have on our current manager. It's really interesting that some people would have these ideas about the manager and they would say what they say, but you know, when the players come out, especially some of the young talent that we have, are coming out and talking about it in the way they are talking about it, then you know you have to put your hands up and say, you know, maybe I was wrong, guys. So for Ahmad to say that he trusts the player, then it's one of those things. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. So we spoke about Leny Yoro being injured. You know, it's already what we've been speaking about for the last couple of days on the player. I don't want to be, you know, highlighting his injury as everyday news, guys. You know what I mean? Okay, so 3 a.m. UK, 4 a.m. for the rest of Europe. Bruh, that is so bad. That is so drastic. That is so drastic. Some fans have misunderstood between the relationship between Ten Hag and Ahmad last season because of their own high ego. That's definitely true, Kenny Fan TV. Big up to you. Fam, it's not like they can throw the manager under the bus either. I'm not saying that at the same time, but players could be honest. So the player can't just be honest in saying that, you know, he believes in the manager. Maybe you should think about that as well, Mr. Takachu. Welcome to the stream as well. Don't forget to smash a like, my brother. You know, I know you might not like the way I said that, but at the same time, I just feel like, you know, we have to always have a balance. Just as much as the player could be frustrated, he could be understanding that this is best for his development as well. You know what I mean? And I think young players like Garnacho, like Amad Diallo, you know, being drip fed into the squad in their first season is necessary for their development. It keeps their drive high, keeps their hunger to score. You know, it gives them that determination that they must keep doing better each and every chance they get. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's definitely gonna get some. Yeah, what, bro? 4 a.m. You know, bro. How is that, bro? That's not even early, bro. That's late. I need to go and sleep early tonight so I could get up for that game and be ready. But definitely, Brendan, you know what I'm saying. Let's get into one more story making the rounds right now, guys. Before I give you the transfer roundup, I wanted to bring this to the stream. I know not a lot of you in here may or may not be interested, but you know this is my new format this season is that I'm bringing news generally across Manchester United, not just the first team but the youth and as well as the women's team. And today, there has been some changes in the squad in the Manchester United women's team, and the confirmed shirt numbers this season for 24-25 are out. And my favorite right now in the squad is Hinata. And as you can see, she's wearing the number 20, just like Diogo Dalot. I hope you guys are smashing those likes. You should be at least on 50 likes this morning. There's a lot of you in here this morning, so don't forget to smash those likes. You know what I mean? There are some new players coming into the squad as well, and Manchester United will feel like they have a point to prove in this 24-25 campaign. After leading the league all season, to drop off in the last 4 games and finish 5th had to be a disappointing finish. The club have also been criticized in recent months for their treatment of the women's team after turfing them out of their training facilities to make room for the men's, while refurbishments are carried out. Alongside this, United have been also a subject of mass exodus of instrumental players this summer, including Mary Earps, Katie Zellem, and Luisa Garcia. Also, you have to know that it doesn't seem that they have put off players completely. In and among the drama, United have managed to get a few deals over the line. Melvin Maynard was signed on a 3-year contract. The French international striker was on a loan last season. Dominic Janssen comes in from Wolfsburg. The defender will probably slot into the role of captain next season. And the young striking sensation out of Denmark, Elizabeth Turlund, joined from Brighton, prized away from Brighton. And now she will be leading the line at Manchester United. There will be more movement in the squad numbers before the final submissions are made for 24-25. I expect Manchester United women's team to sign another midfielder, a young generational talent coming up out of Brazil. So let's see how these news work and how this go. Big up to all of you guys coming in. I will be bringing this information live to you later on. And let's now catch into the recap of the current updates on transfer rumors. And let's see what's possibly going to be happening now. Because there are some rumors coming in right now, guys. As you know, we spoke about Christian Eriksen possibly going on. Anderlecht and Ajax are hot on their heels. They're both in negotiations with the club. There's also rumors, we could confirm that, young Shola Shoretiri has left and is doing his medical this morning for PAOK. He will be possibly joined in the next week by Facundo Palestri, who will be moving to Panathinaikos. There is confirmation that Scott Mctomminay has accepted a €5.5 million per year contract with Galatasaray, as United and Galatasaray are locked in talks to get this deal over the line today. Wan Bissaka has also agreed terms in principle with West Ham, and Manchester United are said to have relaxed their asking price, and so that they can meet in the middle and get this deal over the line. With those to be seen, Casemiro's agent has resumed a round of talks with Saudi teams, and it's very much likely that he will be leaving at the end of the summer as well. It might be a deal that takes some weeks to be done, but Man United are making steps to take a loss this season so they could be productive in reshaping the squad in an aggressive manner this summer. Right, moving from that, guys, there's also some reports coming in about Victor Lindelof to Fenerbahce. I'm sorry I didn't bring that in earlier. Fenerbahce have placed a bid for Victor Lindelof. There's some talks. It's not an official bid yet. It's just a verbal offer. Let's see how it goes. Then there is a lot of talk that Jose Mourinho wants to have him at the club next season. So let's see if we progress on that front. I'm not too sure about Harry Maguire right now. There have been some reports that his agent has been in talks and he has received a few offers, but there hasn't been any confirmation just yet. Don't forget, I also mentioned that Fulham will possibly be coming back in with a larger bid for Scott McTominay. Let's see if they come in today, and if they do, you might be hearing a here we go on that. There's also information coming in about the Manuel Ugarte deal. Today is going to be critical for this deal. As you know, PSG have acquiesced to a loan with an obligation to buy, which sort of suits the model that United has in this current transfer market. So it will be a deal that we will be snapping up very swiftly, and that could be happening by today. Let's listen for the news out on that. As Wan Bissaka transfer is confirmed, Mazraoui will be coming into United. There have been some reports earlier this week, which I had initially told you guys that there were medicals scheduled by United for this week. So I am saying that with that, United will be definitely trying to get all these deals over the line in the next coming days. And when I say that, you know that I also reported to you just now that Bayern Munich have also realized they have to relax their asking price for Matthijs de Ligt. And it's going to be interesting to see if that deal gets over the line today, because if they acquiesce to £38 million initially with an add-on value of a plus £5 million, then Matthijs de Ligt will be a Man United player in the coming hours. There's also information coming in that we are in advanced negotiation with Rabiot. I've been telling you guys about this for weeks. We've sent him a brilliant proposal while he was still at the Euros, which allowed him to overlook all the other proposals that he received from various different clubs, including Juventus. Liverpool, as well as Bayern Munich, and he refused them all because he has a dream. He wants to play for United. And at £7.4 million per season, which is 140k per week, it's going to be interesting to see if we get that deal over the line. I definitely think he has something to offer United in the midfield as a player. He's going to be an improvement on Scott McTominay, in my honest opinion. I think when Eriksen as well, there's going to be Ugarte coming in. There's also some reports about Veerman, like I was saying to you guys earlier. But there's also reports coming in about Zubamendi. I'm kind of trying to keep that one with a huge tablespoon of salt because Zubamendi has been said that he does not want to leave Spain this season. So that's going to take some large convincing, guys. And I know we did convince Leny Yoro not to go to Real Madrid and to come to us. So I'm not going to put it out of the reach of Manchester United to land a Zubamendi. It's going to be interesting. There's lots of players linked to Manchester United in this current moment, as you know. So it's going to be interesting. Big up to you, Locker45 coming in. Rabiot and his mom needs to come correct. Yeah, we know you're not bringing the mom into this. Big up to you, bro. Yeah, Tommy, I was surprised that Scotty agreed the deal for the Turkish team. But what I can say is that, Galatasaray will be playing Champions League every season. So maybe it would be good for Scott McTominay. Who knows? He might have a great season and move on to another team. So we might want to stick a sell-on clause in there. You know what I'm saying? De Ligt is not traveling with Bayern. Incoming to United, 100% Yali. I've been telling everyone about this. Rafael Pimenta for the last 72 hours has been intermediating between Manchester United and Bayern Munich, not just for Mazraoui, but also for Matthijs de Ligt. So it's going to be very interesting. And I've been telling you guys, he only wants Manchester United. So we might possibly be seeing a here we go. I did tell you guys on Monday, we have medicals booked for this week. And I don't think United would do that if they did not know they were going to get signings in the door. Any more on Coyote? Well, the reports at Coyote are that we are still interested with the signing of Mazraoui. I cannot say for sure that the interest is as strong as it was before because, Mazraoui can play off the right and off the left. So it's going to be interesting. Diallo could also play off the right and the left. And, we're saying that, for me, I think Luke Shaw will have to be moved on if we make another left back signing. But don't shout out Hanko because there's been a lot of reports coming in Germany that we are still looking at Hanko. He's received an offer from another European giant, but has been delaying his decision because he's said to be waiting on some confirmations from another club. So you never know, guys. The interesting thing with Hanko is I know the style of player he is, and I think he would fit us well. He reminds me of a kind of Yap Stam kind of brother. So, it's one of those things, guys. So keep your eyes out because there's definitely some deals to be done. We also got the signings of 3 young talented aces coming in. The Arsenal striking sensation in Chido Obi Martin signs his deal with Manchester United. He will be also, promoted to the first team in a due time. He will be recognized as the 3rd striker at Man United, just pipping ahead of Ethan Wheatley, who I am not going to count out. And I promise you guys, he's going to have a fight on his hands with young Ethan Wheatley there. There's also this other young striker, young Maxes, coming in, who is also good. He's more of a attacking midfielder. He's coming in from Crystal Palace as well. It's going to be interesting to see what's done with him. And also the other youngster who's coming in this morning, young Lusal. You know what I mean? Yeah, I really rate him as well. Feyenoord are not happy with Atletico's attitude in terms of bidding for Hanko. 100%. Some of these clubs have been making some sort of disrespectful bids to clubs, and I think some clubs will not be having it. Big up to you, United is a Red. What's good, my bro? Hope you are well. I really rate Hanko as well, to be fair, and I think it's a deal that United should be looking at. His height, his physical ability, his speed, and his ball ability, I think, would be very good for our defense. Good morning to you, Casemiro. Right? I just gave the recap, guys. So there's a lot to be going on. I will be back at 2 p.m. UK to give you guys an update today because I believe there's going to be a here we go. and there's going to be exits today. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to smash the likes and subscribe. Every single like counts. It helps the channel grow. And you guys have been supporting me this last few weeks. Major, I have to thank you so very much for this. And big up to each and every one of you legends, even the ones I don't see in the chat. I'm thanking you as well because you are always tuned in every single stream. And I wanted to thank you and wish you all a great day. I hope to see you guys later on at 2 p.m. UK when I bring the stream live. I'm going to be coming in with some major updates. I'm pretty sure we're going to get some deals over the line. Going to have a few exits today, as well as some major incomings planned. You know, there are some reports circulating about this player. I brought it in yesterday, but I know Brendan was upset. I know some of you guys might be mad, but I am telling you guys, it's super weird. There's been a lot of reports about this deal could be possible. And I am kind of shocked about it. I'm not even really wanting to talk too much about it. But, you know, I know it's going to give you guys the ultimate PTSD. But this, this is very possible, guys. Because there's some reports coming in that Barcelona are willing to accept 32 million for this player. I don't know what to say. I'm putting my hands up right now, right? I would admit that I wanted him. I always wanted the dude to come in, but, you know, well, I didn't mean upset like in a really major way, you know, Brendan. Like, you know, I think maybe because you know, but I meant like, you know, you're not too happy because of the, you know, the fact that he refused us in the first season when we tried to get him after we bid 80 million pounds. So it's one of those things, guys, where it's one of the where this could be a possibility. Now, I'm only bringing this information to you guys because it's out there and it's popping off right now. And I don't know if it's a deal we might actually look to doing. I know he was injured right before the tournament, but yeah, he also did refuse us in the first season. Yeah, his ankle is a serious concern with that injury. I think that will be the biggest talking point, to be fair, my bro. And as well as his wages, Brendan. This guy is said to be on 600K a week at Barcelona, so I don't think it's something that we should be looking at, to be fair. I know he would be something of a marquee signing for Ten Hag, but, you know, I would just put it right here as, guys, these are the reports coming in right now. This is the latest report, and I just wanted to bring this to you guys. And again, I'm going to thank you all for joining me this morning. It's been your boy, Mark, an MUFC fan, with the daily update, Manchester United news, and some views. Big up to you, Tommy Boyle, coming in. Frankie, do you? I can't even mint the notes, bro. I can't even do it. You know, I'm not gonna. Yeah, no, bro. Yeah, he did, Casemiro. He did. Big up to you, my bro. Big up to you, Brendan Chappell. Big up to you, Anrul Hakim Abhalim. Salam alaikum to you, my brother. Hope you're well. Big up to you, Crazy Devil. Big up to you, Jonathan. I hope you have a great day, my brother. Big up to you, United is a red. What's good, Locker 45? I think Rabiot is going to be a great signing for us. And Yali, watch this space. I think the lit is coming today. Big up to you, Rika Mank. It's 4 a.m. in Baltimore. Damn, that's going to be a long game. Big up to you, Mark Davies. I hope you have a great day. Kenny fan, what's good, my brother? I haven't seen you in a while. You know, normally you pop in on the morning streams. You know, hopefully you pop in again. And guys, don't forget, check out Kenny Fan TV when you have a time. If you like reactions, he's got some funny ones. That's my brother right there from down under. Mr. Takshu, it was good seeing you today. Hope to see you again later on in the stream. Don't forget to smash a like and subscribe. Big up to Mick doing the business today. And big up to you, G-Wolf, for coming in. I'm good, and I hope you're well. I hope this news was really informative for you guys. There's going to be a lot of breaking news today. Today is one of the critical days in our transfer window, as we are looking to try to get 2 exits or 3 exits out the door today and get 3 signings in as well. Big up to you, Lucky Leon. I hope you have a great day as well, my brother. Nick X, nothing much to say other than, you know, top lad. Big up to you. Rukmi Joseph. Yeah, I know you're disappointed, but it might be a good deal. Catch you later, Joey, Irfan, Ricardo. When you get the news later on, let me know if you think it was pure escalation, my brother. Guys, thank you so much for being here. It's been your boy, Mark, an MUFC fan, and I will be seeing you guys later. I hope you guys have a great job. And as you're saying, it's not just for Vel, bro. I think Jason Wilcox is responsible for these 3 youth signings. You know, that's the rumors that I've been hearing. I hear Jason Wilcox has been the mastermind behind these 3 young players coming to the club. So that's what I've been hearing, guys. Cheers to you all. I hope you have a great day, and I'll be seeing you guys later. It's been your boy, Mark, and MUFC fan with Daily Update.